So people are always asking, Reed, how do you keep your lawn so green and lush during the spring, summer, and fall without a sprinkler system? Well, I've got something for you guys here coming on up. What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to DIY Reed. My name is Reed, and in this video, we're gonna be talking about how I keep my lawn so green without an in-ground sprinkler system. Now, it's not super easy to do because it takes a lot of work, but without a sprinkler timer that goes on a hose end, it makes it very difficult because the easiest way to keep your lawn green is, first of all, making sure it's watered properly and watered enough. The best time to do that is in the morning, usually before I wake up, usually before you wake up. And the last thing I want to do is set my alarm up for like 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. to go and turn on the water hose. And then also set a timer to go move it to another water hose, and so on throughout the morning, twice or 3 times even during the week. That's not what I want to do. I got better things to do. Could I buy an in-ground sprinkler system? Yeah, I could have that built out for about $3 or $4 grand, maybe $5 grand, probably $6 grand. Do I have that much money? No, I don't have that much money to spend on that. So I went and picked myself up one of these. I've had a few of these before in the past, but today we're going to talk about the Lumary 4-port solar-powered sprinkler timer. This connects to your spigots on the outside of your house, or you can do it inside too, and then you can connect up to 4 hoses on here so you can have 4 different zones in your yard. So the nice thing about this is it's solar powered. So you got this nice 90-degree movable solar panel, so you can adjust it to wherever the sun is and what best suits where you're going to put this. So that way you don't have to replace batteries or keep track of what's going on with the batteries and all of that. Now, let's say it's overcast like it is now for a couple days or a week or whatever, and this thing's going to about to be dead. There is a USB-C charging port on it as well. It takes 3 hours to charge from dead to all the way fully charged via USB-C, so not too bad. But it does have that solar panel throughout the week to keep it charged with the sun. When you do have sun. Right now I don't have sun, so right now it is not charging. It might be charging just a little bit, but who knows? So keep in mind that this thing gets recharged all the time. You don't have to put batteries in it. Well, you can't put batteries in it, so keep that in mind. But it's got, they said 50,000 hours of working power on it, so it'll last, they say, 6 years or so, even more. For the price, it's $150. Seems pretty steep for something of this magnitude, but if you look at any other timer out there, I have an Orbit one that's just a little dial one, a digital dummy one that doesn't connect to the internet like this one does. So we had to move because it is starting to rain a little bit. That was also another pain point when you have a hose-in water timer. The thing usually doesn't understand if it's raining or not. So if you're out of town or if you're sleeping and you forget to skip the step or skip the watering, the app is going to read your local weather via the Wi-Fi, and it's going to see, is it raining? Is it going to rain today? And ask if you want to skip the rain delay or skip and do a rain delay. So speaking of the app, this is a smart hose-in timer. It's powered by Wi-Fi. There's no screen on this at all whatsoever. There's just 4 buttons on here and a USB powered port for charging along with a solar panel. So it's a smart hose-in timer, which is really nice, but also it connects to Wi-Fi. There is no hub like the Beehive from Orbit or what's that other wire timer? There's a couple others out there that they require a hub inside your house connected, and then the actual device connects to the hub via Bluetooth, and the hub connects to inside your Wi-Fi. The downfall to not having a hub is if this is too far away from your Wi-Fi, it won't connect to it. But the downfall of having a hub is it's more stuff to keep track of. Just taking a look at the actual device itself, you got their logo here, the solar panel right here. So this thing goes up 90 degrees. And then below this is a little rubber cover. And behind this is a USB-C port for charging if you need to, which is really nice. It's really hard to get off, which is, it's waterproof, so that's nice. You've got buttons 1 through 4 here. So 1, 2, 3, 4 on the ports here. So I can go ahead and click on it and it'll automatically open that port and click on it again and it'll shut it. So if I wanted to manually water the lawn, I don't have to go into the app and say, water the lawn right now or water this port right now. And I can come up right up to it and hit that button. And then when I want it done or off, I can hit it again and it'll turn itself off. So at the very top, you have a nice brass connector that connects to the faucet, which is really nice for longevity. It's got a screen here which will catch any particles that go through your water, which I hope it's not any, but this helps make it so that this doesn't get clogged. So this is nice brass here that's going to help you keep that on there and not, like the sun's not going to oxidize it and break it off. Now, on the bottom, you do have 4 ports here, and they are plastic. So keep that in mind, but they're not going to see the sun as much as this would. But these are 4 ports that are plastic. They're pretty strong plastic, as you can see here, thick, and they're not flimsy or anything like that. So they're going to last too as well. But this is where you connect each port, or at least each sprinkler zone up to on this, so that you're going to be able to work through all this. Now on the back side, there's nothing really. It's a pretty simple setup right here. It's fairly small for the most part, less intrusive. But just keep in mind where you put this, you want to have some sun, or at least access to sun, so that way you can keep this charged with the solar panel. So let's go over the app real quick here. In the app itself, you can see it's named LWT1D4. You can rename it whatever you want. But you also have the power button. So right now, the power button's off. So that means that it's not watering right now. So you can quickly see if it's watering. So if you're out of town, you can go in here and check to see if it's watering. Inside of it, it tells you the last time in military time it ran, or when it started, and then when it ended. And then also charging. Right now it's at 97%. So is it charging currently? And also, what's the charge like? What's left? Weather, right now it's 21 degrees Celsius and overcast. I'm in Kansas City, Celsius, and we're in Fahrenheit. So I haven't messed with this enough to get it to Fahrenheit, but do I care? I don't know. Then you got each port. You got 1, 2, 3, 4. You can decide which port you want to use, and you can decide duration of watering. So you can say, hey, I want it to water for 40 minutes or an hour for port 1 at this time. You can do it a one-time watering. I can say just water for 15 minutes right now. Then you can also do volume. So that way you can say, hey, just give me 5 gallons of water. I'm going to spray 5 gallons of water. They did list, I'll put it up on the screen here, but they did list like kind of some guidelines of each kind of vegetable or plant or fruit on how many gallons of water it needs to be watered. So you can use those kind of as guidelines to help you out. So like if a tree needs to be watered, 5 gallons of water, you can select 5 gallons and water that tree, and it'll shut it off after 5 gallons goes through that hose spigot. So that way you know if it's got enough. But if you're going to water your lawn, I suggest you measure how much the actual sprinkler itself puts out. So down below, you can go ahead and turn on and off for single watering here if you wanted to. Down below, it tells you how the time, how long it's been on, and then how much. To the right, it says volume, so how many gallons it's been putting out so far, which is really nice. So moving over to the timer, this allows you to put it in sleep mode. So if you're going to remove it from there, go ahead and put it in sleep mode. If you're not going to use it, if you're going to put it inside, put it in sleep mode. If you're going to put it inside for the winter, put it in sleep mode. But this tells you the rain delay. So you got 24 hour off, 24 hour, 48, and 72 hours of rain delay. And then you can also add a schedule here. And this allows you to add a schedule for each timer. So you could say, what is the watering cycle? How much watering duration do you want? What time do you want to start at? Or even do it by volume. And each different one. So let's say the first port we want it to start. Let's say we want to start at 5 a.m. and I know it's going to take an hour and a half for it to water with one sprinkler that it's connected to. And then let's do water duration. So we'll tap on, not the water duration, but we're going to tap on the actual name or port. And so we're going to do hour and a half. And then there we go. Yes. So now what day do you want to do it? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Maybe I want it to be Monday, Thursday. Let's do that. You can do it like that, and we're going to save. And now it's going to save that schedule in there for that day, for that specific sprinkler and that specific time. So now you know my secret on how I keep my lawn green, for the most part, at least, other than fertilizing, but how I keep my lawn green without an in-ground sprinkler system. I use a water timer that goes on the spigot on the outside. So if this is something that you're interested in buying, I'll leave a link in the description below. Again, it's like $150. They do sell a soil moisture, little kind of stick that goes in the ground that's extra. I think it's with both, it's $180 or $190. But that'll tell you, kind of give you an idea of what the moisture is in the dirt, where you're going to water. Kind of helps you understand if it's watered enough or not. You don't need that to make it work, but They do sell that separately. So if this video helped you out in any way, please leave me a like and feel free to ask any questions in the comment section below. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to hear what your ideas are on this. Is this going to help you out? If it's your first time on my channel, please consider subscribing for more tech reviews, home automation, home and automotive how-to videos. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.